What's going on, everybody? How's everyone out there doing? Welcome back, or welcome to Engaging with Your Government. I'm your host, Stephen Connor. We have a double upload today. And the reason for the double upload today is because I sat here and I said, you know what? I don't need to go. I don't need to do this tomorrow. I can just do this now. And it makes sense to do this now. So today we're going to discuss what issue 2 is on the ballot. For those of you who are not in Cuyahoga County but live in the other county in Ohio, please go to Ballotpedia or go to the Secretary of State website or go to your Board of Elections website and please type in ballot, sample ballot Ohio 2025 primary elections. It will pop up. All you have to do, for me, all I had to do was put in my address, what county I lived in, and then pick English or Espanol, whatever language you want to use. And then after that, your ballot will pop up and it will tell you what's on your ballot. All righty, y'all. So let's get into what issue 2 is. Yes, we're finally on issue 2. We're done with issue 1 for now. We're on issue 2 now. All right, issue 2. I don't know why I did the 5. Issue 2. All right, so proposed constitutional amendment to fund public infrastructure capital improvements by permitting the issuance of general obligation bonds, proposed by joint resolution of the General Assembly to enact Section 2T of Article 7 of the Constitution of the State of Ohio. Yes, every state has its own constitution. All right, so of course, a majority yes vote is required for the adoption to pass. This proposed amendment would authorize the state to issue bonds or other obligations to finance or assist in financing public infrastructure, capital improvements for local government and other government entities. Capital improvement projects will be limited to roads and bridges, waste, water treatment centers, water supply systems, solid waste, disposable facilities, storm water, and sanitary collection, storage, treatment facilities. Determine that such capital improvements are necessary to preserve and expand the public infrastructure, ensure public health, safety, and well-being, create and preserve jobs, enhance employment opportunities, and improve the economic welfare for the people of Ohio. Limit the total principal amount of the state general obligations issued under the amendment to no more than $25 billion over a 10-year period. Any principal amount that could have been issued in any prior fiscal year but was not issued may subsequently be issued. Require that obligations issued under this amendment mature no later than 30 years after their date of issuance, and that any obligation issued to retire or refund other obligations no later than the permitted maturity date for the obligations being retired or refunded. Authorize the General Assembly to pass laws implementing this amendment, including laws establishing procedures for occurring and issuing obligations and laws providing for the use of Ohio products, materials, services, and labor to the extent possible. If approved, this amendment shall take place immediately. So that's what will be appearing on your ballot. What I just read is what's going to appear on your ballot. Now, you might be saying, Stephen, what is that? What are they talking about? Well, I'm here to explain this to you. So what they are talking about is this is for infrastructure. As you can see, it's meant for infrastructure because this money, this contribution, this bond that's $25 billion over 10 years can only be used for capital improvement, local government, or any government insured entities that deals with infrastructure. So roads, bridges, wastewater, treatment centers, water supply systems, solid waste disposable facilities, storm water, and sanitary collection, storage, and treatment facilities. So that's what this can be used for. So you can either vote yes or vote no. What does a yes vote does? A yes vote supports allowing the state to issue up to $2.5 billion in general obligation bonds, limited to $250 million over 10 years to assist local governments in funding public infrastructure improvement projects. A no vote opposes allowing the state to issue up to $2.5 billion in general obligation bonds, limited $250 million per year over 10 years to assist local government funding. for infrastructure projects. So this is an infrastructure constitutional amendment. I look to see if it's anyone like arguments against, and I don't have any to bring up. I see a lot of arguments for. They bring up that of course it helps the infrastructure and this will create jobs in Ohio too, and this is a great thing. Like I said, I tried to find some stuff against. I know it's gonna probably be some votes against this, but I did not see any. But that's what it is. Issue 2. If you would like to do more research, please go ahead and do more research. Like I said, use Ballotpedia, use the Secretary of State's office for the state of Ohio, or use your county website. Alrighty, y'all. That's it for me. Remember, tomorrow's election day. Please get out and vote. Vote, 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 vote. You just don't vote every 4 years. Vote every year. Like I said, this ain't a presidential election, but this is still important. This is still as important because this has a more everyday effect on your daily life than the president ever will. Like I said, you could determine the outcome, whether it's good or bad, by voting. Go get your voice heard. Go participate in democracy. And I shall see you later. All righty, y'all. Peace.